Good Tuesday morning. Welcome inside the 977 The Bolt Studios. My name is Nathan Blankel. It's time for yet another edition of the Your Care Our Mission radio show, presented, of course, by the Humboldt County Memorial Hospital. This morning, we're joined by Larry Hall. Good morning, Larry. How are you?
Well, I'm great, Nathan. How are you today?
I'm fantastic. Thank you for coming in. You're awfully cheery. It's great. We're so excited to have you on because you're one of my favorite guests.
Oh, that's nice of you to say. It's important. Lying is an important quality in a disc jockey, isn't it? So
absolutely. Well, Larry's here today to discuss several things going on at the hospital. First and foremost, the new drug bin, which came to Humboldt in conjunction with the DEA. You know all about that, so we'll let you kind of take it away.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Yes, it's something that I think we've needed for a lot of time. In my interactions with the general public, people are always saying, what can I do? You know, I had a dear relative who maybe passed away, or maybe it's just simply a case of where some medications got changed, and now they got these medications in the cupboard. They don't know what to do with. They don't really want to throw it away because they know people might go dumpster diving. They don't want to throw it down the toilet because that can, pollute our waterways.
Right.
Plus, it actually can clog up your toilet pretty badly. They call it concretions. You don't want that, trust me. You end up calling a plumber for that. So we knew that there was a need to do this, and the law enforcement here in town were doing it on a limited basis, but we wanted to make sure that we were doing things that were fully compliant with the Food and Drug Administration, Drug Enforcement Administration. So we jumped through the hoops. We signed up for the certifications. We did get a SHIP grant to help us with this. And working with law enforcement, we now have a DEA authorized and approved drug return bin in conjunction with Humboldt law enforcement that's at the hospital by the pharmacy, that people can bring their outdated, unused, unwanted meds, and they can give them to us, and we will make sure that they get returned in a confidential, safe, and secure method. Once you put these drugs into the drug bin, they're gone. We're not going to look at them again. We'll take out the inner liner, we'll seal it up, a special courier will come and get it, and they will put it in a DEA-approved incinerator, and it'll get completely burned up with hopefully as little pollution to the environment as possible.
Right.
We're not putting it into the waterways, not just putting it into a landfill, not just worrying that somebody's going to get your meds and try to take them for the wrong purpose or something like that. So.
Cool. So what are the hours of the bin being open, and what type of prescription medication do you guys take?
Those are both really, really good questions. You're obviously educated on this topic. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
As it happens, per DEA requirements, the only time the bin is unlocked is when there are pharmacy personnel there. So typically what that means, 8 till 4, Monday through Friday, we can guarantee that there's going to be staff there, so you can bring them in during those regular business hours, and you can put them directly into the drug bin, or if you prefer just to hand them to us, we'll go ahead and condense them down to maybe less containers, so it doesn't fill up the bin quite as fast. Actually, that's something I would encourage people to do. Mm-hmm. If you've got 5 different quarter bottles of pills, just pour them all together and put them into 1 or 2 bottles, just so they take up a little less space, because we pay per container, and we want to keep our costs and law enforcement's costs down as low as possible as far as disposal is related. It's not a big deal, though. You can just bring them in any old way you want to, but if you want to, you can condense them down to smaller containers. What kind of drugs we can take? Well, I'll tell you what we can't take.
That might be easier.
We cannot take illegal drugs. We cannot take needles because we don't want them poking through the side of the container. We're not supposed to take liquids over 4 ounces, which is okay. Most cough syrups and things like that are only about a 4-ounce bottle. No syringes. Nothing that's in spray cans. No batteries. No medical devices. No household chemicals. Well, really, some of those you're really getting out there. This is a drug return bin.
Right.
Please don't bring in your used paint. It's not a paint return bin or that
right.
sort of thing. So what we're really talking about is bringing in drugs. Bring in drugs however you want to. Not really just no illegal drugs and nothing pointy. And most drugs aren't pointy anyway. As I said, once the bin is full, it's got a heavy-duty inner cardboard liner. We remove it, we seal it. It's picked up by a special carrier, taken to DEA-approved drug incinerator, where the entire container is incinerated without ever being opened again.
Right. So people can feel comfortable. I mean, you're not going to be reading the labels. There's going to be anonymity. How do you say that?
Anonymity.
Anonymity.
You're anonymous.
Yes. They will stay anonymous.
Well, hopefully you're not anonymous, Nathan. We want you to be a major celebrity here in town. So, but yeah, bring it in anytime during regular pharmacy business hours. You might say, where's the pharmacy in the hospital? And it's true. We are not a retail pharmacy. You can't just come in off the street and fill your prescriptions. We are for inpatient use. But if you just come in, I would say the main door, but now that's all dug up. Once again, we're growing for the future of Humboldt County.
Right.
But you go around to what is now the main entrance, and if you don't know where the pharmacy is, say, where's the pharmacy? I've got these drugs to get rid of. And they will make sure that you get to the right place so we can get it all taken care of neat as can be.
Awesome. Is there anything else that we need to touch on with the drug bin?
Well, after the break, we'll talk about an additional event that's in conjunction with this.
All right. There it is. We'll take a break, come back with more with Larry Hall right after this on the Your Care Mission Radio Show.
A medicine cabinet packed with old or unused meds can be risky. Storing meds on a high shelf out of sight will protect children, and regularly disposing of unused and expired drugs will reduce risks for all ages. Here's how you can clean your medicine cabinet so that it's safe. Bring all unused medications and legally held controlled substances to Bicknell Park on June 20th for Family Fit Night. Dump and dash from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Acceptable items for disposals are pills, tablets, capsules, ointments, creams, lotions, powders. Liquid medicine no more than 4 ounces and must be in their original containers. With MedSafe, you know it's safe collection and proper destruction. If you can't make the dump and dash during Family Fit Night on June 20th, you can bring them to the Humboldt County Memorial Hospital drug bin located at the Humboldt County Memorial Hospital Pharmacy. Disposal hours are 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. Dump and Dash is sponsored by Humboldt County Memorial Hospital along with the Humboldt Sheriff and Police Departments.
Welcome back to the Your Care Mission Radio Show, presented, of course, by the Humboldt County Memorial Hospital. Nathan Bleckel alongside Larry Hall. And as he alluded to before the break, we're going to talk about the Family Fit Night presenting Dump and Dash. Now, Larry, did you come up with that name?
I did not. I looked at that name and I said, really? That sounds vaguely illegal. And it's not.
No, it's a good cause.
Dump and Dash is Humboldt County Memorial Hospital in conjunction with Humboldt County Law Enforcement. We're sponsoring this together. You know, we just talked about that drug return bin, and that's great, and that's going to be there, and it's going to be there Monday through Friday. It'll be there all the time. But we want to we kind of want to kick it off a little bit.
Right.
Maybe you got some drugs right now, and you're saying, wow, Wednesday night at Bicknell Park, I think I'm going to go out and do a little family fit stuff, because that's a really cool thing that we're doing here during the summer. Well, in conjunction with that, bring down your unused drugs, unwanted, outdated drugs. Bring those with. We're going to accept them. We aren't going to actually have the drug bin there because the drug bin, per DEA requirements, is bolted down, so you can't move it. But we are going to have sheriffs or police department's going to be down there and making sure nobody makes off with that stuff. We're going to collect them into a container, and we'll bring them back in, and we will put those in the bin for you, and it'll be out of sight, out of mind. It'll be great. As I mentioned again, no aerosol spray cans, no alcohol or hydrogen peroxide, no needles, syringes, or sharps containers, not more than 4 ounces of liquid. Don't bring your trash. Don't bring mercury thermometers. Don't bring batteries. Don't bring chemicals. Don't bring durable medical equipment. It's a drug bin.
Right.
Bring down the drugs that you have that you want to get rid of, that you don't have any use for, and it'll be right down there at Family Fit Night. If you haven't been down to Family Fit Night, it's a great event anyway.
Right.
They're down there. They're taking blood pressures. They're doing all kinds of things. We're doing everything. We're doing everything we can to put ourselves out of business. We want to get Humboldt County really, really healthy.
No kidding.
And part of that is Family Fit Night. Great event, a lot of fun. We're hoping we have good weather.
Yeah.
Look at the weather report.
The weather report looks iffy all week.
Yeah, and you know what? If for some reason or other it gets all rained out, and I hope it doesn't, I'm not trying to jinx it by any means, don't forget, you can still bring those meds right into Humboldt County Memorial Hospital, 8 to 4, Monday through Friday. Ask where the pharmacy is. Boom, you can get rid of your outdated and unused meds. But if you get a chance, come on down to Family Fit Night. I'll be down. I'd like to meet all you folks.
Absolutely.
Are you down there?
I think I have a baseball game to cover that night.
Baseball is important.
Right.
Absolutely.
I got to juggle both roles of my jobs here. But 6 to 7:30, like Larry said, Bicknell Park. Bring your unused drugs and leave all that other stuff at home, you can go to the hazardous waste plant in Fort Dodge. They'll take care of that stuff for you. Larry, anything else you have for us?
I got
today?
one other thing that got handed to me before I came over here to get this taken care of. This is another. Besides Dump and Dash, we've got all these names that are intriguing. Stop the Bleed. Life-saving tourniquet training. And you're saying, oh, that sounds better.
Right.
The hospital has been starting to have basic life support classes, which you can save a life.
Right.
But in conjunction with that, you're going like, what if I got somebody who's bleeding? Do you really know how to apply a tourniquet, which might save a life? Well, as it happens, Thursday, June 28th, and Thursday, July 19th, from 6:30 to 8:30 in the hospital conference room. It's $35, but small price to pay to save a life, right? That'll give you a tourniquet that you can take with you, and everyone should know how to stop bleeding after injury is what it says. Ensure your safety and become trained, equipped, and empowered to help before a bleeding emergency. To help in a bleeding emergency before professional help arrives. What a cool thing. It's Dan Anliker is the instructor. He's a EMT certified professional, and you can call 515-890-2400, and you can learn yet another way how to save a life.
Absolutely.
It's a great thing if you're interested in that. 890-2400. Really good thing.
Small price to pay to learn how to save a life in a bleeding emergency, which, doesn't happen that often, but when it does happen, it's nice to kind of know.
Absolutely.
What
you see these things here during the summertime,
right.
Especially.
Right.
We talk about like basic life support and things like that. This is when you see boating accidents,
right.
You see these various things that people are unconscious, they get into some kind of God forbid, a fireworks accident or something like that could involve bleeding or things like that. You just don't know.
Right.
Wouldn't it be nice to, instead of saying, I think I know how to do this, to say, I know how to do this.
Yes, exactly. Well, those are some awesome events coming up at the hospital, and Larry Hall giving us all the information on the drug bin as well. Appreciate your time today, Larry. It's always a pleasure.
Same here, Nathan. It's good to see you.
Good to see you, too. That's another edition of the York Care Mission Radio Show. You can listen back online, 977thebolt.com. Same time next week, only on The Bolt.